Why is it not going live on YouTube? Ah, there. Now it's live on YouTube. Thank God. Okay, I'm just checking to make sure it worked. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. There. Okay, now it's live. Sorry about this. I don't know what happened. It's very strange. It just got all messed up. Okay. All right. Hopefully everybody got that. I started another live stream for YouTube. Here is the new link. All right. Wow, that was annoying. Okay, so let's begin the Mangala Charan. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Śrīmad-Bhakti Vedanta Narayanitti Namine. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tarbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Yang pravrajantamanupetamapetakrityam dvaipayano virahakatara ajuhava putreti tanmayataya tarabobhinedustang sarvabhuta hridayam munimanatosmi narayanam namaskritya narang chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayet. Shrinvatam svakata Krishna punya shravana kirtana hritantasto yabhadrani vidhunoti suhrit satam nashta prayeshvabhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavattutama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtaki. Tavai vasmi na jivami tvaya vina eti vigyaya devi tvam nayamam charanantikam bhaktya vihina aparada lakshay kshiptashtakama madhye kripa mai tvam sharanam prapanna vrinde namaste charanaravindam. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Raseshwari Mataji, and Dandavat Pranams Gargarajji. Okay, so let me see. I'm just checking because before it said that there's people waiting. There's one person here. Anyhow, I think most of you found the new link that I just made. Maybe I can delete this video. It doesn't matter. All right, so sorry about all that. For some reason, it wasn't going live on YouTube, but now everything seems to be working. So today is going to be an extra short reading because I actually kind of want to end early today. Hare Krishna, Satya Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Yeah, so I wanted to end early today because I need to do some recording. I'm going to record the announcement for the program that we're going to be starting on the first day of Chaturmasya. And actually, I want to unofficially start the Chaitanya Bhagavat program on Shrayana Kadashi, also Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj's appearance day. So I'm going to, anyways, whatever, I'm talking too much. Let's, okay, so yesterday we read up to verse 47, chapter 12 of the 12th canto, summary of the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So we went through all these verses. It's kind of like the table of contents for Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, although it wasn't in the sequential order fully. But I'm just curious how they summarizes it here in the Bhagavat Pravaha. Let's see. The glories of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So after after Sutta Goswami explains Shiva's nectarian words vanquished Markandeya's exhaustion caused by wandering in the devastating waters created by Maya, and he spoke to Shiva. Markandeya Rishi spoke to Shiva, saying, "Having seen you, what other benediction can I ask for? Yet I ask for unfailing devotion for the Supreme Lord and for his dedicated devotees, especially you." Shiva, granting his desire, said, "May you have knowledge of past, present, and future, transcendental realization of the Lord, renunciation, and the post of a guru of the Puranas." So then Markandeya got the Markandeya Purana. Then we come to chapter 12, the glories of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Thereafter, Sutta Goswami summarized the major topics of all the 12 cantos of the Bhagavatam and offered obeisances to the Supreme Lord Krishna, the supreme path of Bhakti Yoga, and devotees like Vyasadeva who reveal Bhakti. Sutta Goswami appreciated the Naimisharanya sages whose enthusiasm reminded him of the science of God. Okay, so yesterday we completed this part where Sutta Goswami summarizes the major topics of the 12 cantos of the Bhagavatam, and now we're continuing on. Thus, O best of the Brahmanas, I have explained herein what you have inquired from me. This literature has glorified in full detail the activities of the Lord's pastime incarnations. Okay, now, verse 47. Patitas kalitas charta kshutva va vivasho grinan haraye nama ityuchar muchyate sarvapatakat. When falling, slipping, feeling pain, or sneezing, if one involuntarily cries out in a loud voice, "Obeisances to Lord Hari," one will be automatically freed from all sins. Oh wow, I've heard lots of devotees do that actually. They sneeze and they go, "Krishna!" So this is actually this is a prescription in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam to chant when you sneeze. Or what does it say here in the Sanskrit? It says, Haraye Namah. Haraye Namah. Okay. Sārārtha-darśinī commentary by Śrīla Viśvanātha Cakravartī Ṭhākura. Please tell us the results of glorifying such pastimes. Then Sutta Goswami answers by Kaimutya Nyaya, if just by chanting the name of the Lord, if just by chanting the name of the Lord casually does so much, then how much more chanting, so just chanting the name of the Lord casually, this does so much, but how much more is chanting the pastimes of the Lord with faith? How much more that would bestow? If one falls from a high place or stumbles even on the ground, if one falls from a high place or stumbles on even ground, experiences pain on displacing the feet, or sneezes, or cries out loudly due to witnessing or committing a terrible sin, and chants the name of the Lord, one is freed from all sins. Wow, I'm gonna have to replace my... Yeah, because I usually, if I trip or I do something like that, I don't chant Krishna. I usually say like shit. Sorry, I shouldn't curse here, but I need to change that habit. According to Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, I have to try to always chant the name of Hari whenever that should be my... Okay, cool. It's very practical. Okay, one second. Okay. Sankirtyamano Bhagavan. Sorry, what's the meter for this? Okay. Sankirtyamano Bhagavan Ananta Shrutanubhavo Vyasanam hi pungsam Pravishya chetam vidunotya shesham Yatha tamorko Brahm ivati vataha. When people glorify the Supreme Lord or simply hear about his power, the Lord personally enters their hearts and destroys unlimited misfortune, just as the sun removes the darkness or as a powerful wind drives away the clouds. Sārārtha-darśinī. Entering the heart, the Lord destroys unlimited distress, like the sun destroys darkness. However, if the clouds come, the sun does not destroy darkness. Therefore, another example is given. A powerful wind destroys clouds. Wow, I wonder what that means, though. When the Lord enters the hearts and destroys unlimited misfortune, it's just like how the sun removes the darkness, or as a powerful wind drives away. Anyways, because there's two layers to this, isn't there? Anyways, very mysterious. Like, I'm wondering, what is it? Nityananda Rai? Like, okay, maybe I'm going too far with this, but just a thought came to my mind. So it's saying that like the sun destroys the darkness, but if it's covered by clouds, then the wind will blow away those clouds. And there's a song by, who is it by? Lochandas Thakur? I think it's by Lochandas Thakur, Elogora Rasanadi, and it explains how Nityananda Rai, Marut Sahai. I think Nityananda is like the winds that... No, I think so. Marut means winds, right? And so Nityananda is like the wind. No, I'm getting mixed up with something. Anyways, I think it mentioned Nityananda as being the wind, and that helps. I'm getting... Because I was thinking maybe if it's talking about Guru Tattva, and Guru Tattva, Sri Guru, Nityananda is Guru Tattva, if that blows the clouds away and makes Krishna like manifest in the heart. I'm wondering if it was referring to that, but I don't know. I'm just speculating. Okay. Mrishagirasta hyasatir asatkata nakatyate yar bhagavan adhokshaja tadeva satyam taruhaiva mangalam Tareva punyam bhagavar gunodayam. Words that do not describe the transcendental Lord, but instead deal with temporary matters, are simply false, harsh, and useless. Only those words that manifest the qualities of the Supreme Lord are actually truthful, auspicious, and pure. Sārārtha-darśinī. The conclusion of this scripture is that one should glorify Krishna. Other glorification, though not done badly, should not be done. Glorification of the Lord, even if done badly by animalistic men, should be done. Interesting. So no one should ever think that they're not qualified to glorify the Lord. Even though we aren't qualified to glorify the Lord, we have to do it. We must do it, yes. Wait, this isn't proper English. Thought, maybe this is supposed to be though. Though the words are true, they are also false. Though the words are sweet, they are painful. Even if the words are uttered by learned persons, they are useless. Asat kata. Why? Because they do not speak about Bhagavan. Thus, true words are false, sweet words are harsh, and learned words are useless. Wow. If the words are false because they come from one's imagination, and now this is on the contrary. If the words are false because they come from one's imagination, but they glorify the Lord, then the words are true. Though the words are inauspicious because they destroy the householder's world, they're actually auspicious words. And though the irreligious say that speeches describing how the Lord takes others' wives are impure, it is pure, because those indicate good qualities in the Lord, not faults. Wow, that is an amazing purport. Yeah, why are true words false? Because everything in this world is asat. Asat means not real. It's not, and what it means by not real is that it's temporary. Anything that's like a dream, you could say that you're experiencing a dream at that moment, but the dream isn't real because it's just going to end. It's just so any true words are actually false because they're temporary. They don't have any real substance. They're material. And sweet words are harsh, because if sweet words which are not devotion, don't have anything to do with bhakti, they're actually harsh because they don't help us on the path of bhakti. They don't inspire us. And then learned words are useless. Anything that doesn't help us attain the transcendental realm is useless. Tadeva ramyam ruchiram navam tadeva shashvan manaso mahotsavam tadeva shokar navashoshanam nrinam yar uttama shloka yasho nugiyate. Those words describing the glories of the all-famous Lord are pleasing, relishable, and ever fresh. They bring intense joy to the mind, and they dry up the ocean of misery. Sārārtha-darśinī. Though Krishna's following Prasena into Jambavan's cave is not pleasant, it is also pleasant. Though Ram's giving up Sita is not pleasurable, it is also pleasurable. Though the stories of the Lord are old, they are ever new. Though Rama's pursuing Maricha and Ravan's stealing Sita destroys the happiness of the mind, it is also a festival for the mind. Though one falls into an ocean of lamentation from seeing Krishna give up wives and sons, the event also dries up the ocean of lamentation. What is it, the verse? Oh God, it's a famous verse. I just need to know the first word. Something, Jadi something Vyavahara Duk, Seho Vaishnavas Parananda Sukh. I can't remember the Bengali exactly, but what appears to us as being the most distressful, thing for a Vaishnav, even though it externally appears that the Vaishnav is in distress, they're actually tasting the topmost bliss, parananda sukh. What is it, like separation from the Lord? Is it Raghunath Das Goswami says that it's like boiling hot sugarcane juice. It's so hot that it burns, but it's so sweet that you can't stop drinking it. So, yeah. Sorry I'm talking so much. I need to just focus on reading. Na yarvachas chitrapadam harer yasho jagat pavitram pragrinita karhichit tadvangsha tirtam na tu hangsa sevitam yatra chutas tatra hi sadhavo mala. Those colorful words that do not describe the glories of the Lord, who alone can sanctify the whole universe, are considered to be a place of pilgrimage for crows, and are never used by those situated in transcendental knowledge, for pure and saintly devotees relish only the topics glorifying the infallible Lord. Wow, these verses are so nice. Tadvag visargo janataga samplavo yasmin pratishlokam abadhavatyapi namanyanantasya yashonkitani yachinvati gayanti grinanti sadhava. The use of words, though not perfectly composed, in which there are the names of the Lord and descriptions of his glories which devotees hear, sing, and again receive, destroys the sins of all people. Oh, there's a similar verse to this in the beginning of the Bhagavatam, isn't it? Is it in the first canto or third canto? I can't remember. Maybe it's Kapila Dev. I think it might be Kapila Dev speaking to Devahuti, so maybe third canto. But it's very similar to this verse. Sārārtha-darśinī. Verse 51, 52, and 53 glorify the supreme position of the devotees. They are placed at the beginning and end of the Bhagavatam, just as a great mantra has a bij syllable placed before and after it. So the Bhagavatam is enclosed within these 3 verses at the beginning and end of the work. Oh. So this is in the beginning of the Bhagavatam also? Or maybe I have to look that up. Okay. Naishkarmyamapyachuta bhava varjitam nashobhate jnanam alam niranjanam kuta puna shashvar abhadramishvare nahyarpitam karma yadapyanuttamam. Oh yeah, this is a famous verse. I recognize it. Even the stage of Gyan without the bondage of karma is not glorious, because it is devoid of bhakti to the Supreme Lord. What is the use of having destroyed ignorance? What then to speak of sakama karma? Sakama karma means when you're performing duties, wanting to enjoy the fruits of the results. Auspicious acts, though. It's all auspicious, but you want to get something from it. So what then to speak of sakama karma, which is suffering during both practice and perfection, and nishkam karma, when not offered to the Lord. Nishkam karma means when you perform activities selflessly, without desiring to enjoy the fruits of the results. But if you don't offer that to the Lord, you're doing it selflessly for any other reason, there's no use. Sārārtha-darśinī. Anuttama means the best nishkama karma. Interesting. Yasha shriyameva parishrama paro varnashramachara tapashutadishu avismriti shri dharapara parmayor Gunanuvada Shravanadaradibhi. The great endeavor one undergoes in executing Varnashram duties, in performing austerities, and in hearing from the Vedas culminates only in fame and wealth. But by respecting and attentively hearing the recitation of the Lord's qualities, one can remember his lotus feet. Can you give me 1 second? I'll be back 1 second. I just have to blow my nose. I'm back. Okay. Let me just check the comments. Okay. Oh, Hare Krishna Shasharmaji. Okay. Oh. Okay. Sārārtha-darśinī. Moreover, the great effort in performing Varnashram, austerities, or study, the effort generally results in fame and wealth. Those processes produce wealth and fame, but not attainment of the Lord. However, the effort of hearing about the qualities of the Lord makes one always remember the lotus feet of the Lord. That person never forgets the Lord's lotus feet. Avismriti Krishna Padaravindayo Kshinotya Bhadrani Chashantanoti Sattvasya Shuddhim Paramatma Bhaktim Jnanam Cha Vijnana Viraga Yuktam. This verse looks familiar also. Let's see. Remembrance of Lord Krishna's lotus feet destroys everything inauspicious and allows one to fix the intelligence in the Lord. It purifies the heart and bestows devotion for the Lord, along with knowledge enriched with realization and renunciation. Yes, this is a famous verse. Sārārtha-darśinī. What happens by remembrance of the Lord? Shamam means having one's intelligence fixed in the Lord for the Shama means having one's intelligence fixed in the Lord. For the Bhagavatam says, Shamo man nishtata buddher. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 11:19-36. Yuyam dijagra bata bhuri bhaga yat shashvaratman yakilatma bhutam narayanam devam adevam isham ajasra bhava bhajata viveshya. O most eminent of Brahmanas, you are all indeed extremely fortunate, since you have already placed within your hearts Narayan, the supreme controller and ultimate soul of all existence, beyond whom there is no other God. Having undeviated love for him, please worship him. Sārārtha-darśinī. A deva means he who does not have a devata to worship, or above whom there is no one worthy of worship. Bhajata is in the imperative mood. Aham cha samsmarita atmatatvam shrutam puram me paramarshi vaktrat prayo paveshe nripate parikshita sadasrishinam mahatam cha shrindvatam. I also now fully remember the nature of God, which I previously heard from the mouth of the great sage Shukadeva Goswami, while the great sages heard him speak in the assembly to King Parikshit as the monarch sat fasting until death. He remembers the nature of God who he heard from Shukadeva Goswami in that assembly. Etadva katitam vipra kataniyo rukarmana mahatmyam vasudevasya sarvashubha vinashanam. O Brahmanas, I have thus described to you the glories of the Supreme Lord Vasudeva, whose extraordinary activities are most worthy of glorification. These glories destroy all inauspiciousness. Ya etat Shravaya nityam yamakshanam ananyadhi shlokam evam tadardham va padam padardham eva va shraddhavan yo nrishinuyat punatyatmanam eva sa. One who, with undeviating attention, constantly recites this literature at every moment of every hour, as well as one who faithfully hears even one verse, or even a half a verse, or a single line, or even a half a line, that person certainly purifies his very self. Dvadashyam ekadashyam va shrinvan ayushyavan bhavet patatyanashnan prayata puto bhavati patakat. Those who hears this Bhagavatam on the Akadashi or Dwadashi day is assured of long life, and one who recites it with careful attention while fasting is purified of all sinful reactions. Cool, because we're going to be ending the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam on this Akadashi day, on Shayan Akadashi day, so I think that's really auspicious. Pushkare Mathurayam cha Dvaravatyam yatatmavan Uposya Samhitam etang Patitva Muchyate Bhayat. One who controls his mind, fasts at the holy places Pushkar, Mathura, or Dwarka, and studies this scripture will be freed from all fear. Devata Munaya Siddha Pitaro Manavo Nripa Yachanti Kamam Grinanta Shrinvato Yasya Kirtanat. The Devatas, sages, Siddhas, Pitris, Manus, and kings of the earth bestow all desirable things to the person who glorifies this Purana by chanting or hearing it. Richo yajungsi samani dvejo dhityanuvindate madhukulya gritakulya payakulya shatat phalam. By studying this Bhagavatam, a Brahmana can enjoy the same rivers of honey, ghee, and milk he enjoys by studying the hymns of the Rig, Yajur, and Samavedas. That's a really interesting. Sārārtha-darśinī. The result, honey, ghee, and milk, enjoyed by the Brahmana studying the Vedas, is attained by one who recites this work. Purana Sanghitam etan adhitya prayato dvija proktam bhagavatayattu tatpadam paramam vrajet. A Brahmana who diligently reads this essential compilation of all the Puranas will go to the supreme destination, which the Supreme Lord Himself has herein described. Viprodhityapnuyat pragyam rajanyo dadhime kalam vaisho nidhi patitvang cha shudra shuddheta patakat. A Brahmana who studies the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam achieves firm intelligence. A king who studies it gains sovereignty over the earth. A Vaishya acquires great treasure, and a Shudra is freed from all sinful reactions. Sārārtha-darśinī. In order to inspire persons with material desires to study this work, these temporary results are mentioned. The Sandhi in Rajanyodadhi Mekalam is poetic license. Just checking the comments, 1 second. Oh, Indira Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Kali mala sanghati kalano kilesho haririta ratra nagiyate hyabikshnam ihatu punar bhagavan asheshamurti paripatito nupadam kata prasangai. Interesting meter. I couldn't really tell what that was. Narayan, the soul of the universal form, who annihilates the accumulated sins of the Kali age, is not glorified much in other works. But Bhagavan, who has unlimited forms, is abundantly and constantly described throughout the various narrations of this Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Sārārtha-darśinī. The Lord is a destroyer of the accumulated sins of Kali. Anupadam means in every subject or chapter. Akhilesha means the soul of the universal form Narayan, or the protector of the world, Vishnu. Other works glorify karma and devatas like Brahma. Those works do not glorify Vishnu, and even if they do, it is not much. The word tu indicates restriction. In Bhagavatam alone, Bhagavan, who has unlimited forms like Narayan, is profusely glorified. This topic is not discerned properly in other works. By all topics introduced, in every line, Bhagavan is glorified completely. And as my Srila Gurudev would say, in every syllable of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Bhagavan's Shakti, Krishna Shakti, Srimati Radhika is glorified. Tam aham, okay, what's the meter for this? Tam aham ajam anantamatma tattvam jagad udhaya stiti samyamatma shaktim dupatibir aja shakrashankayadyar no, I'm doing the wrong meter. Duravasita stavam achutam natosmi. Jagad Udayastiti. Oh God. Anyways, whatever. I'll try to do it with the next verse. I bow down to that unborn and infinite conscious being, Krishna, whose personal energies affect the creation, maintenance, and destruction of the material universe, whose glories Brahma, Indra, Shiva, and the other lords of the heavenly planets cannot fathom through their prayers. Sārārtha-darśinī. He offers respects to the Lord who has created the scripture. I bow to the unborn. Are you offering respects to Brahma? No. I offer respects to the unlimited, Anantam. Oh, is that Pradhan? No. He is the very form of consciousness, Atma Tattvam. Is that the Jiva? No. He possesses powers for creating, maintaining, and destroying the universe. Is that Shiva? No. Devatas such as Brahma and Shiva do not understand him, despite offering him praises. He is Achyuta Krishna. Okay, what is the meter for this? Upachita navashaktibhi swa atmani. Okay. Upachita navashaktibhi swa atmani uparachita stira jangamalayaya bhagavata upalabdhi matra dhamne surarishi bhaya namasanatanaya. I offer my obeisances to the eternal Lord and the leader of all other deities, the form of pure knowledge, who by evolving his 9 material energies has arranged within himself the abode of all moving and non-moving creatures. Sārārtha-darśinī. He offers respects to the Lord as the soul within himself. The 9 Shaktis are Prakriti, Purusha, Mahatattva, Ahankara, and the 5 Tanmatras. That's the meter for this now. Swashuka nebrita chetas darvyudastanyabhavo pyajita ruchiralila krishnasarasatadiyam vyatanuta kripayayastadipam puranam tam akilam vrijinagham vyasasunam natosmi. Sorry, I wasn't doing that in the proper meter. I just didn't know what it is. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the son of Vyasadeva, Shukadeva Goswami, who destroys all sin, and who, though fixed in his own bliss with no distractions, became attracted to the pastimes of Krishna, and mercifully spread the Bhagavatam, which describes Krishna and reveals the ras of his pastimes. Sārārtha-darśinī. Having offered respects to Krishna, he offers respects to his guru. Shukadev's heart was completely filled, nibritam, it was filled with the bliss of Brahman. Because of that, his mind was devoid of other subjects. But though he had achieved this state, he became strongly attracted by the pleasing pastimes of Krishna. Thus his mind was drawn away from Brahman, and he became capable of tasting ras. He realized that the taste of Krishna's pastimes was sweeter than Brahman. He became fixed in those pastimes. The ras of Krishna's pastimes was not an obstacle which broke his samadhi. By that, he could have striven for the goal of samadhi. But he did not do that. Rather, by his mercy, desiring that others should taste Krishna's pastimes, he spread the Bhagavatam, which reveals the nature of the ras of the pastimes. The same glorification goes for Sri Gurudev. Gurudev would much rather be absorbed in chanting, absorbed in Vrajalila, going deep into his bhajan and just being immersed in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. But because he's so merciful, he comes and spends time with us, hears all of our problems, and goes to the most filthy places in the West, with all the fallen conditioned souls. He leaves those pastimes of Krishna to give mercy to us, and so like Shukadeva Goswami is being glorified in that way. Harer guna kshipta matir bhagavan Badarayani Adyagan Mahar Akyanam Nityam Vishnu Janapriya. Shukadev, the son of Vyas, whose mind became disrupted from Brahman trance by the qualities of Krishna, and who became attracted to the Vaishnavas, studied this great Bhagavatam. That's 1st Canto, Chapter 7, Verse 11. Parinishthitopi nairgunya uttama shloka lilaya grihita chitarajarshe akyanam yad adhitavan. Though I was fixed in Brahman and beyond the gunas, my mind became attracted to the pastimes of the Lord. I thus learned his pastimes. That's 2nd Canto, Chapter 1, Verse 9. Oh wow, we came to the end. Thus ends the commentary of the 12th chapter of the 12th canto of the Bhagavatam, for the pleasure of the devotees in accordance with the previous acharyas. All right, so now we've made it to the very last chapter of the entire Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. After 3 years of daily reading, we've finally come to this point. We've come to the end. And my plan is to read a little bit of this chapter 13 tomorrow, but then we'll complete it the day after. So we'll read a little bit of this chapter tomorrow, and then we'll complete it the day after tomorrow, which is Shayan Akadashi, also the appearance day of Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj. And I was thinking it might be a nice thing to do just afterwards, like once we finish the Bhagavatam, we should do something special. Maybe we can do like a little arti or something, like an arti to the Bhagavatam. I'll have to think about that. But also, I wanted to start reading Chaitanya Bhagavat. Just maybe the first 5 verses, just so that we could have unofficially started it on that day, even though we will actually officially start it on Guru Purnima Day. But I just think it'd be auspicious on Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj's Vyas Puja Day to complete the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and start the Chaitanya Bhagavat. We move from one Bhagavat to the other Bhagavat on that auspicious day. And also, Chaitanya Bhagavat was so dear to Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj. He actually translated the whole book, entire Chaitanya Bhagavat, with all the Gaudiya Bhashya like the commentary of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He translated that all into Hindi. And so I thought it'd be auspicious to beg for his mercy and start it on that day as well. Move from one to the other. So that's the plan I have right now. And then again we'll start from the beginning on Guru Purnima Day, and that will be the real official beginning. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me in this reading. Today I'm going to record a video and edit it, announcing the new program that we're going to be starting in a few days from now. How many days is it? Guru Purnima is in 6 days from now. Yeah, so with this new Chaitanya Bhagavat, so with the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam readings, every day I'm kind of late and I don't do any preparation beforehand, like zero preparation. I usually come and I'm like, oh my God, what verses are we going to read? And I quickly type that in the thing, like in the whatever description, and then I start. But I actually didn't read it. I don't really know what we're going to be reading. I just kind of wing it. That's what I've been doing pretty much every day for 3 years. But with this Chaitanya Bhagavat program, I want to set a day once a week for planning and to read everything, to see the topics that we're going to be reading about, to have discussion before and after. I really want, because even though this Bhagavatam program has been really nice and I've been getting a lot out of it, it's done more for me than I can even say. But I think it could still be better. I haven't retained enough from these readings. And so I want to change that with this Bhagavatam program. I want to make it so that it's more interactive, that everybody can get... So the plan with the Chaitanya Bhagavat program is the Chaitanya Bhagavat reading will be 45 minutes. Just direct reading from Chaitanya Bhagavat, no interruptions. But then for those who would like to join, if you want, it's optional. You'll be able to join half an hour earlier than the time that we normally start, and then we'll do the Mangala Charan. I want to sing a different Mahaprabhu Kirtan every day, and then each day of the week, a different person here, whoever feels comfortable doing this, can recap what we read the previous day or previous days, and or any points that really stood out to you. Everybody will get a chance to speak something, so that we're not just passively listening, but that we're actually considering it and being able to speak something, being able to do some kirtan, being able to share, speak some Harikatha. So I'd like to give everybody that chance, to 15 minutes before the program to recap. And then at the end, after the 45 minutes of reading, for anybody who wants to stay longer, then we can have some discussion, any topics that really stood out to you, anything that you feel inspired by, we can discuss that, or any questions that you have, and yeah. Oh, okay, great. Who is this J and D? I don't know what those initials stand for, but that's wonderful that you'd like to join. That's really exciting. Yes. So, yeah, that's my plan. Also, if there's any prominent, any really nice verses, then for whoever wants to do it, we can try to memorize them. And yeah, I just want to, I want to make I want to plan out topics for discussion so that we have 24 hours to think of points on this topic that we'll be reading about. I just, and also I want to adjust it to find what works and what doesn't work, so that we can just find we can make this a lot nicer. And so I'll be doing those programs on Zoom. And sorry, I keep on mentioning this, but I'm just in the process of working out these programs, so it's fun for me to talk about it. But before this Chaitanya Bhagavat program, every day during Chaturmasya, I'm also going to be doing a daily japa program. So after Mangalarti for me here in India, it'd be 5:15 a.m. I made the timings in all different time zones so that you could easily see what the time would be for you. But I will do a 45-minute japa session. And so at the beginning, we will recite we'll recite a verse from Prapanam Jivanamrita by Srila Bhakti Rakshak Śrīla Goswami Maharaj. Śrīla Goswami Maharaj got verses from all different places, all different scriptures, and all different devotees, and he compiled them all together on the 6 limbs of Sharanagati. So we'll recite one of those verses, and I'll read the translation, and then we'll chant for 20 minutes. Then we'll recite another verse, the next verse in Prapana Jivanamrita, and then chant another 20 minutes, and then ends with one more verse of Prapana Jivanamrita. So that means we'll go through 3 verses every day and chant for 40 minutes. And then after that, I will do ashtakam. Like I'll go through, sing a bunch of ashtakams and stotrams, and maybe other kirtans also. So that will also be for 45 minutes. And anybody can, so there are 3 programs, and anybody will be able to join whatever programs they want, whatever works best for them. It's not like you have to join everything, because it's going to be 3 hours altogether of programs, but you can pick and choose which sections you want to participate in. All right, I'll end now. Oh my God, I lost everybody while I was talking just now. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow to begin the last chapter. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai, Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju Ki Jai, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupa Rashata Rashata Shishimar Bhakti Viranta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Shri Gurudev Ki Jai, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupa Rashata Rashata Shishimar Bhakti Viranta Vaman Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupa Rashata Rashata Shishimar Bhakti Viranta Swami Maharaj Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupa Rashata Rashata Shishimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupa Rashata Rashata Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai, Nitya Lila Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Shri Gaurkishoras Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai, Nitya Lila Pravishta Shri Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Ṭhākura Ki Jai, Nitya Lila Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai, Shri Rupa Nugagariya Guru Varga Ki Jai, Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jeev Gopal Patadash Raghunath, Shara Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai, Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari, Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai, Nama Chai Shri Haridas Ṭhākura Ki Jai, Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Kshetra Mandala, Gora Mandala, Vraja Mandala, Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Sarva Abhishta Bharata Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai, Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kund Ki Jai, Shri Muna Devi Ganga Devi Ki Jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai, Shri Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya Ki Jai, Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev Ki Jai, Grantaraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Ki Jai, Shri Shukadev Goswami Ki Jai, Shri Parikshit Maharaj Ki Jai, Shri Sutta Goswami Ki Jai, all the sages of Naimisharanya Ki Jai, Shri Krishna Dvaipayan Veda Vyasadev Ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Viśvanātha Cakravartī Ṭhākura Ki Jai, Sārārtha-darśinī Vritti Ki Jai, Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Vrindaya Tulsi Devaya Priyaya Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavataya Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat pranams, everybody. Alright, so I'll see you all tomorrow. Sorry, this video, I've been really talkative today. I don't know what got into me. But yeah, I'll try to be less talkative tomorrow. Alright. Haribol. Haribol and Indira Mataji. Yes, yeah, you joined a little bit late, but you'll catch up. Okay, cool. Okay, JND stands for Jaya Nrsingadev. Okay, your name is Vidya. Yeah, is that right? Okay, Vidya Prabhu. But JND stands for Jaya Nrsingadev. Okay. All right. Hare Krishna, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow. Jai Shri Ram. And I will be, today I'm going to be working on editing a video. I'm going to, like what I was just saying now, I'm going to make it all really nice. Like I'm going to find a pretty spot and I'm going to speak what the program will be and I'll edit the video nicely and so that it'll be clear what the program is. And yeah, all right. Jai Shri Radhe.